I'm William Wagner, and I'm going to go through a dynamic prep workout, or also called a dynamic warm-up. The purpose of this is to prepare your tissue and nervous system for athletic training and athletic competition. The first thing we're going to do are 20-yard strides, and this particular program is designed for 13 and younger. For older athletes, they're going to want to do like 40-yard strides, but we're going to do 20-yard strides. We do them at 70%, just good sprint motion on the balls of your feet. It's not full speed, 70%. You want a slight lean, good sprint form, and you just 70%, 20 yards. Nice and easy. The next thing we go to are high knee. Now what we want to do is we want quick motion. We want quick feet. If you do it slowly, you're going to be training to be slow. We want to be fast, so we're going to train fast. We want quick feet, high knees, pumping your arms in a good sprint motion with a slight lean forward on the balls of your feet, chest high. Just like this, quick feet. The next thing we go to are heel ups. And it's the same thing. We want quick feet. We don't want to do it slow. We want good sprint motion. We want to be on the balls of our feet, moving our arms like we're running a sprint, chest high. Just like this, kicking your butt. Then you walk it back. You do 2 sets of those. So you're doing 2 of the high knee, 2 of the heel ups. Then we go to shuffle. We want our hips low, knees bent. All right, and we want to be explosive on this. Good big strides, trying to loosen up. Then we walk it back. We do 2 of those. The next thing we do is karaoke. Same thing, we want knees bent, hips bent. Now on this one we want to make sure we're getting the longer strides on karaoke. Just like this, longer strides, turning the hips. You do that 2 times. Next one you do is tapioca. Now the difference is, tapioca is quick feet. Not as long a stride, quick feet, turning the hips. Just like this, quick feet, turn the hips. Do it for 10. A-skips. Now, A-skips, we want the proper sprint form, and with the younger athletes, it's important to get them to understand the motion and learn the motion. So we don't want to worry too much about speed with the younger athletes. We just want to make sure that they're skipping with the sprinting form. So it's just like this, sprinting form, balls of your feet. Notice I'm getting the knees high for the purpose of the warm-up. Want those high knees, really stretching the hip. V-skips, straight leg, just like this. Same sprint motion, straight leg. Just like that. And 2 of those. We're going to do skips for height. So we're going to do this for 20 yards. We want to jump as high as we can and do the A-skip as high as you can. So we want height and we want good form. So we want sprinting motion. There's no sense doing it all crazy, because then that's what you're learning. You're learning to go through these motions without any form. Then it doesn't translate to running a sprint. We want everything we do here to translate to when we're actually sprinting or jumping or whatever we're doing. So A-skips for height. It's as high as you can. For 20. Now we're doing it for distance. And with the younger athletes, it's not about how fast they get there or how fast their stride is. We're just getting the form down, okay? So we want distance on the A-skips. Same thing, good sprint form, all that, but you're going for distance. Okay, next we have the 20-yard build-ups, and what we want to do is, this is a sprint, but we're we're starting out slowly, we're building up to top speed, okay? For older athletes, we will do a build up for 30 or 40 yards, but for the younger athletes, 20 yards is good. So we start out and we're running a sprint. We want to go just starting out. You're starting out about 50%, you're getting up to 75% at 10 yards, and then you're up to 100% by the time you get to 20 yards. It's a build up. You're building up speed. As soon as you hit top speed at the 20-yard mark, you immediately just start coasting, okay? And you do 2 sets of these, okay? And now for these young football players, we can do a 3-point stance, okay? Older athletes, you probably want to get in a starting position like this, but for the football players, we'll do a 3-point stance like this, okay? So we'll start out, like I said, 50%, 75%, and then 100% once you get there, all right? So it's just like this. Now the 10-yard starts, these are explosive. It's full speed from the start to finish for 10 yards. So a 3-point stance works just like this, and you explode. Now it's up downs. I'll break it down for you. What we want to do is we start out in a push-up position. We get to our feet, we jump, hit the ground, back down. That's how we want them to do it, but we want them to do it fast. And we want to do sets of 10. We're going to do 4 sets of 10, and it's just like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You do 4 sets of 10. But when you're done, you want to stretch. First thing we're going to do is seated, sit and reach. You reach as far as you can. We want to hold it. For these guys, we're going to hold it about 15 seconds. And then you relax and you stretch again. Then we go to single leg hamstring stretch. Reach it with the opposite arm. You hold it 15 seconds, you relax, then you do it again. Then you do the other leg, same thing. Seated hamstring stretch, reaching with the opposite arm. Do that twice for 15 seconds. Then we want to go to the hip stretch. What we do is 1 foot just in front of the other, just like this. We want to keep this knee down and lean forward. What we're doing is stretching the hip out, stretching out the outer part of the thigh, just like this. Do that twice for 15 seconds. We go the other leg. We want to keep this knee down, 1 foot in front of the other. Reach. And do that twice for 15 seconds. Then we're going to do the good old butterfly stretch. Just like this. You want your feet close to you. You want to keep your back upright. Lean forward, keeping your feet down. And you're going to do that twice, 15 seconds. Next thing we do is we go to the side for the quad stretch. We want to make sure we're straight from the hip all the way up to the shoulder. It's no good to do it like this. You need to be straight. Your hips need to be straight. You pull your leg back directly behind you. You don't want to do this. We want it directly behind us. And you stretch twice, 15 seconds. Then go to the other side. Same thing. Hold the stretch straight. Stay straight through the hip. 15 seconds rest, then do it again for 15 seconds. And that's our dynamic warm-up or prep workout. The young athletes, 13 and under, they should be doing this every day. It'll help prepare them for athletic competition. It's also something they're going to do through middle school and high school if they continue playing sports. So it's good for them to get used to these movements. All right, thank you.